Hello and welcome everyone. Guess what? It is Women's Speakers Association's WSA TV time again. I am so excited. We have a fabulous show today on how to develop confidence as a speaker. And guess what? I'm Laura Rubenstein, your host and producer of WSA TV, and I'm a digital media and marketing strategist, the author of Social Media Myths Busted, the Small Business Guide to Online Revenue, and so we're talking today about how to develop confidence. We got two experts here for you today who are ready and chomping at the bit. First, let's go say hi to them. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and let's say hi to Marjorie.
Hi, I'm Marjorie Saulson, and I'm here in Metro Detroit, otherwise known as Motown for Motortown. And you can find me at vibrantvocalpower.com because that's what I like to help everybody get is vibrant vocal power. And the other thing is that I am basically a public speaking and messaging mentor, helping women especially come out of the box.
Great. So let's say hi to Lori.
Hi, I'm Lori Karpman, and I'm here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, which is a new place for a lot of people. And I'm a management consultant and an executive coach, which I've been doing for some 25 years now. And you can reach me easily. My website is lorikarpman.com.
Fabulous. Okay, we have a hot topic today, and what that is developing your confidence as a speaker, because a lot of people, a lot of our members, they're all speakers, but we all can get a little bit more confident here and have tips. So Marjorie, I know this is something you do as an expert all the time, so tell us, what advice could help speakers develop their confidence?
Well, first of all, to realize this is a very common issue. In fact, Mark Twain very famously said that there are two types of speakers, those who are nervous and those who are liars. So the first thing is to realize that being nervous is perfectly natural. And what I like to help people do is to figure out how can you use your nerves to serve you instead of sabotage you. And the first thing is when you're nervous, that means you're going to prepare more carefully. So that will give you a level of confidence. And the second thing is to remember that fear and excitement are two sides of the same coin. So use those nerves to give you energy. We have all heard speakers who go on and on and on in a boring tone of voice with no energy. Use your nerves to give you energy and enthusiasm. And the third thing I would say is when you're nervous, that means you care about what you're saying. And then on an intuitive level, your audience members will hear that and feel that what you're sharing is really important to you.
So being nervous is natural and something to embrace. So it's okay to be nervous, is what I'm getting.
Absolutely. And by the way, let me give you one little handy hint. When you're nervous, very often you get a dry tongue and there's no water to be seen. If you run your tongue on the roof of your mouth, try it. It gets the saliva going. And it's a wonderful trick to have when you are feeling nervous and all of a sudden your mouth has gotten really dry.
Very cool. Thank you for that. I'm trying that right now. Good. It's great. So Lori, I know you have a lot of experience in building confidence and helping executives and entrepreneurs. What advice do you have to help people gain confidence when they have to go speak? Because as business people, we have to go speak.
Well, there's a couple of things that I say to people. The first thing I say is feel the fear and do it anyway. And realize that, this feeling of fear is actually growth. And if you're not fearful, then you're not growing, because we are trained to be in our comfort zone. And our comfort zone is exactly that. It's meant to protect us against things, against the unknown, against harmful things, but it doesn't allow us to move forward. And so every time you're feeling fear, it means that you're stepping outside of your comfort zone, and it means that you're growing and you're learning. The second thing that I tell speakers is, it doesn't matter what your topic is, you know more than the audience. Because a lot of speakers are afraid, what if they ask me questions that I don't know? Or, what if I miss something in the middle? If you make a mistake, unless it's like you fall off the stage, basically, no one is going to know but you. if they ask you questions, have comfort in that you're going to be able to answer every single question that they ask, because no matter what the topic is, you know more than your audience. So when people understand that they're coming to share information with people, and that's all they're doing is they're sharing information, but in a live setting as opposed to a written setting, and they can feel the fear and do it anyway. It really, it takes one time, for you to build your confidence. All it takes is one time.
Perfect. Great advice. And the takeaway here is that fear is natural and normal, and you can actually embrace it and thrive for it. And I want to say hi to Suzette and Ashley and Shania, who are all tuning in to get your wisdom and advice. And it's powerful here because as women speakers, we need to support each other and let each other cheer each other on. And that's what we're doing here is, knowing that the Women Speakers are here, Association is here, and the experts are here to help you move through that fear, is just one thing we do here at Women Speakers Association. That's why we do WSA TV, to let you know who's here. So I want to get to know each of you a little better. So Marjorie, tell us about who you work with and what you do for them.
Basically, I work with people in business, whether it's for profit or nonprofit, because you're still selling people on giving you donations when you're in a nonprofit. I love working with women speakers. Frankly, that's my mother's three older sisters were suffragettes fighting for literally women's voice at the ballot box. So helping women find our voices, especially when our voices are not necessarily respected, is something I love to do. And one of the gals that I worked with recently, she is a designer, and she goes out and she gives presentations for her company at lunch and learn meetings, and she was so nervous before speaking that she could hardly, get started without her voice having all these tremors. And basically, I taught her some breathing techniques. Fortunately, she's somebody who loves yoga. Because one of the things that happens when you're nervous is you tend to breathe more shallowly, and that feeds on itself. The more shallowly you breathe, the more nervous you get. So if you can focus on your breath and take in these wonderful deep breaths where you count to 8 slowly and hold it for a couple of counts and then breathe out and focus on your breath, that really, it gives your body a visceral message that you're safe and it's okay to speak.
That's cool. So do you recommend doing that before you get on stage, during your talk, and through your talk?
Well, first of all, absolutely before you start to talk. But breathing is crucial when you are talking. If you do not support your voice with your breath, you sound like this. Chest resonance is, you only get the chest resonance of your voice, which gives it far more power if you are supporting your voice with your breath. So breathing really improves the resonance of your voice, which I think helps improve your authority status.
So how did it turn out with your woman who was so nervous and she does yoga, but on stage?
She's getting much better. And as a matter of fact, she had to speak at another event where she had to wait through another speaker's talk. And boy, did that make her nervous. And we were doing all kinds of little tricks, but the breathing was the most important thing, because when you're focusing on your breathing and counting on your breathing, it's hard to focus on the worry. Our mind only really focuses on one thing at a time. And the other thing that I shared with her is that to focus on the gift of information that she's sharing, that the other people that are listening to her may desperately need what she is sharing. And so she's giving these people a gift.
Beautiful.
And focus on the message, not on whatever's the butterflies in your tummy.
Beautiful. I love that. I love that she's overcoming that. I love that you help her. And I want to ask Lori about the work you do with your clients. Who are the people you work with? What do you do for them?
I work with small business owners, and I'm a management consultant with an executive coaching practice. And the difference, and for my clients, is that I do the executive coaching and building. The first thing we do is we do exercises, and I give them tools to increase their confidence, and to help them set their goals. But I also, because I'm a management consultant and I've been in business for over 20 years, I can also provide them with the strategy and the business consulting that they need. So, we can decide together that we need to do a marketing plan, and then I can actually assist them to put that marketing plan together, or the operations manuals, or sales strategy, or whatever that may be. So I work with clients. They're generally small and medium business owners. I have a lot of women clients. I like to work with women. I find that they're really the most determined, and that women stick to the program better, and they do the homework, and so they get the most out of it. And so this is something I've been doing for a long time. I love the coaching aspect of my practice, and I love seeing businesses grow.
So I love what you do with your clients in terms of you got a lot of likes and hearts on, and even Suzette said focus on the gift you're giving. And I know Marjorie, you mentioned that. So when you're helping clients and maybe you have a story of how you help them develop their brand, build that confidence as well in their business so they can easily speak about it.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I had a client who actually was in the pharmaceutical industry. And when you move up in the pharmaceutical industry, you get away from actually doing the science and you become more in management. And what that means is that you have to tour pretty much all over the world to speak to people about your medications and your sciences and your innovations. And I had someone who really was, she was an animal, a rat, a lab rat, and she really just wanted to stay as a lab rat, but she understood that this was going to be the new part of her executive job, which of course came with a substantial salary increase. And so what we worked on was first just getting her self-confidence, for her to understand that she has value, that she has information to share, that she has great information, that her company is doing great things, and that her role is to educate. And to remember, like I said before, that you know more than all of the people in the room about your subject matter. So you're not likely to get stumped with any kind of a question. And if you do, I always say to them, don't get flustered. Just say, that's an excellent question. If you can leave me your information, I can get back to you on that after the show. So this way you're able to, to feel that you've answered someone's questions. And if not, that you're showing them that their question is important to you. So after doing this about, 2 or 3 times, she actually became very good at it. And she actually really started to enjoy, because she saw it as sharing something valuable, as opposed to just, trying to sell something to someone.
And she grew her career as a result, and she didn't have that that fear to holding her back anymore. It's nice
Exactly.
when you get that confidence, develop confidence as a speaker. It'll help you everywhere in your life. I mean,
Absolutely. Developing confidence, you are so right. Once you develop confidence in one area, it spills over to all of the other areas. And it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, because you begin to see that you can do things that you didn't think you could otherwise do once you've just conquered one of your fears.
Indeed.
And you were talking, Lori, about helping people come out of their comfort zone. I really feel that when you come out of your comfort, if you stay in your comfort zone for too long, it starts to feel like a jail.
Agreed.
And it's really important to do those things. And I consider public speaking, by the way, I have a very broad definition. Most people think of it as giving a speech to a large group. I consider public speaking, anytime you talk to somebody other than yourself.
Right.
I've worked with people who have no problem. And the gal I was just talking to this morning, she has spoken to an audience the size of 12,000 people. But she's not comfortable in her corporate situation talking to her bosses about what needs to be done there. and explaining it in a way. And I'm working with her on reframing how she presents her message, because I consider the message the foundational piece of speaking confidence. There's three parts: the message, how you present it, and allowing yourself. I call it the what, how, and allow. Allowing yourself to open your mouth so that you can present it. And so those things are very important. And one thing I would say about when you tell people you don't know the answer, that actually, in my opinion, increases your authority status. That's counterintuitive to most people.
I
But
agree with that.
when you are saying that this is something you need to get back to them on, people then know that everything else you are sharing is legitimate, and that you will not try and finesse or fake some type of answer to try and make yourself look good when you don't know the answer. It's
Right.
really a powerful thing.
Brilliant.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that because, like you're saying, it adds more credibility to everything else that you're doing. And it also shows that that you're tuned in to the people in the audience and that you're, willing to take the time and effort to assist them and to get back to them with information.
Absolutely. So we have another question, but I want to just kind of summarize where we're at here with all of us, and the gifts that you offer, Marjorie, your expertise in helping people be that confident self and get out there and confidently, and Lori, taking someone who can be more confident in their business and helping them grow their brand, so they can have more opportunities to get out and speak. And I love the fact that, Marjorie, what you said also was, you're speaking when you're speaking to someone other than yourself. So this confidence is foundational. It's key. You have to have the business support and the confidence within yourself to go out there and know your message. So the two of you are like a power team for business development. I don't know if you get that, but that's what I'm getting here today. And I'm honored to have this time with you. And this is what we do at Women Speakers Association. We bring great resources together and we support each other. And I want to know why each of you joined Women Speakers Association, what you're loving. So Marjorie, why don't you give us a little bit about what you like about Women Speakers Association?
Well, the reason I joined Women Speakers Association is that I always feel that there's always room for growth and expanding one's skills. And one of my goals is always to keep growing myself as a speaker, to keep learning more about messaging and presentation so that I can bring more to my clients. I really believe that in life there's no stasis. You're either shrinking or growing. I choose to grow. And I think that Women's Speakers Association is a wonderful vehicle for helping me on my own path of growth. And I love meeting the other people who are part of the whole organization.
That's what we're here for. All right, Lori, how about you?
I joined the WSA because I'm a big believer in networking, and I'm a big believer in helping other women to grow and prosper. So I think that the association really works, in both of those aspects. So it helps, it gives the gift to me, and that and that I've built this network of wonderful people, and yourself included, who I get to work with and do other things with as well. But I also like the fact that it's an opportunity for me to meet people, to people who I can help as well, and I can help them grow. So it's a real give and take as far as the association goes, and that's really one of the reasons that I like it the most.
Lovely. So if you want to meet other people who can help you grow, if you want to have resources at your fingertips, if you'd like a community to collaborate with, we have a free level of membership waiting for you at joinwsa.com, or you can do what Lori and Marjorie have done and upgrade to the premier level, where we get visibility for you on top of all that. We help you get seen, booked, and paid. So this has been a great time of working with all of you, with both of you, on expanding influence and impact. And because each of you, I know, watching, and each of you here today are really dedicated to causing global transformation, and we're here to support you in doing that. Thank you, Marjorie. Thank you, Lori. We will be back with you for our next episode next week. Take care, everyone, and bye for now.